Whatever the case, the boy knew that in order to find his sister, he'd just have to keep moving. After all, if he didn't search for her, he'd never find her now, would he? Simple as that. So we continued onwards. Further into the concrete jungle. The rusty metropolis. The culmination of thousands of hands. Onward he would go. The boy, curious as he always was, decided to press a button. And down came a tire, rolling along, before eventually falling down to its despair. The boy knew that he would need such a tire. Instrument, movement, if he was to continue onwards and find his sister, smoking hot, still smoldering. The tire rolled onto platforms, manipulated by the boy. Incredibly rudimentary. But it got the job done in the end, didn't it? Very well. How interesting it was. A city this large. A place where people collaborated with one another, creating such a utopia. But still has such inefficient means of moving things around. The boy was nearly crushed. He had to be careful. Although the place looked harmless, he knew that if he wasn't careful, he would be ended once again. Although, the last time he had been ended, he had come right back. It's still been painful, though. Painful beyond belief. However, the boy chose not to dwell on the past, as it was the future that mattered to him. For the future was where his sister was. With a mighty groan, the gears came to life. Larger than him, larger than anything he'd ever seen. A giant, rotating mechanism. The boy went for a ride. It was actually kind of fun once he got down to it. Just moved along. No effort on your part. Was able to see quite far from up here. Throughout this city. Was it really a city that was in right now? No. It was a part of a city, a factory. That's what they were called. A factory of life. The boy had found 2 boxes within this factory. He did quite enjoy boxes. They always seemed to be friendly enough. Never judged him. Always just wanted to lend a helping hand. Didn't mind if the boy pushed them around a little bit. They were good fun. Good people. Better than a lot of people he'd met. When the going got tough, the boxes were always there to help him. The boy thanked them and moved onwards. He soon came to a trap. A trap. A trap of electrical origins. The boy remembered his mother's teachings. She told him to be careful around electricity, because if he wasn't, it could fry his brains. He didn't quite want that to happen now, did he? So he'd have to make a little bit of use of his finesse and swing over. The boy thanked his mother silently, knowing that she just saved him from a terrible end. He came to more gears. The boy stood back, a gasp. He'd merely shifted a tiny little gear, and now everything was moving. It wasn't just him, it wasn't just the gears anymore. Everything was moving. The entire platform was moving. Hell, the entire world was moving. The boy blinked, his senses coming back. To his horror, a platform had just fallen down behind him. Had he been just but a few steps back, it likely would have crushed him. He had to be more careful. This place was dangerous. He soon came across a peculiar sight. Another machine, bearing the symbol of a magnet. The boy, ever curious, decided to press it. Everything was released. A magnet? No. Everything wasn't stopped. It was just this one surface. Interesting. Humans can now stop things dead in their tracks. Ever continuing to evolve. How ingenious. It wasn't all that long ago that we'd been living in huts. And now we could halt things, preventing them from moving forward. It was almost poetic. The boy soon came across a blade, spinning fast. The boy didn't really want to figure out what happened if he touched it. He just knew that he had to be careful. Pushing again a lever, the world began to shift. The blade beneath him, turning, whirling, beckoning to him, asking him to just fall down. It'd be over quickly. The boy quickly dismissed those thoughts. He'd already been ended before. Even though it was quick, it was painful. He didn't want that to happen ever again. The boy blinked again. Caught in his thoughts, he'd almost truly been ended again. He had to be way more careful. If he wasn't, he really would be ended. Perhaps for good. The boy shook those thoughts out of his head. He knew he would find his sister, one way or the other. He had to. He'd come so far. Just like the people who'd built this place. Fantastic. It truly was fantastic. The boy held his breath. He'd nearly been crushed. Twice. Once by a platform, and then by a boulder. This place was dangerous. It was not what it seemed. But as he moved forward, there was a glimmering ray of hope. Hope that soon he would find his sister. He knew it couldn't be much further. She could be right there. There she was. Right there in front of him. She was so close. The boy breathed a sigh of relief. She was safe. The boy called out to her, but she didn't respond. He had to go see her. It was so close. He couldn't move. He couldn't move. He couldn't move. He had to go back. He had to go back. He had to go. Overwhelming sensation to go away. You've been so close. You've been so close. You've been so close. It's so far. It's so far. It's so far. It's so far. Who's going away? Who's going away? Who's going away? Running away. Running away. Running away. Running away. How cruel it was. 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 And he couldn't even control himself. Even control himself. Even control himself. Even when he needed it the most. Even when he needed it the most. She was gone. She was gone. She wasn't here anymore. She wasn't here anymore. Where did she go? Where did she go? Where did this come from? Where did this come from? Where did this come from? I had to find his sister. To find his sister. To find his sister. She'd just been here a moment ago. Just been here a moment ago. Just been here a moment ago. But had she really ever been here at all? Really ever been here at all? Really ever been here at all? Had she really been standing there right before him? Right before him? Or just his imagination? Just his imagination. The boy, once again, thanked those creatures. Despite how terrifying they looked, they just wanted to eat. They just wanted to survive, much like the boy. She'd been right there, right in front of him. He'd found her. He had been so close. The world was so cruel. The world had decided today was not the day he would be reunited. The boy sighed. The boy was saddened. There wasn't really much he could do. This place, whatever it was, had appeared where his sister was just moments ago. He began to wonder, had she really been there at all? Was it just his imagination? Had he been hoping to find his sister so much? It was all he really wanted, wasn't it? To find his sister, to be reunited, to laugh with her again, to play with her again. Was it really that much to ask? Perhaps it was. Perhaps it wasn't meant to be. No. No, that couldn't be it. He'd come so far. He couldn't just give up now. He'd keep moving. He'd keep moving for his sister. Even if it ended him. Even if it ended him 1,000 times. The boy would not stop. He would never stop. For if he did, then all hope would be lost. So he kept moving. Moving forward. New breath within him. He felt strength burning inside of him. Flames flickering throughout his entire body. They would help him. They would help him move forward through the inky darkness. The boy decided to focus on what was ahead. A blade coming towards him. He had to jump. Missing it just by a hair. I've been close to being ended dozens of times. Now, it's not the time for that. The boy had to concentrate, for before him was a floor of death. He had to run. If it wasn't quick, this would surely be the end of him. Jumping at the last second, the boy nearly made it through. Pulled the lever again. I was plunged into blackness, save for a single beam of light. This one wasn't a very calming light, though. Although it showed him things. It showed him just enough for him to still be afraid. It's really not that bad to be afraid. Boy, I suppose it wasn't. Everyone got afraid at one point or another. I'm sure his parents did too. I'm sure even the ever vigilant bosses did. Fearful of their own life. Knowing that one day they too would be ended. Yet still we moved on. Because there was things in this life that was worth living. Things that were far more important to think about than being ended. The boy's heart skipped a beat. He'd read about these things. The automated cannons. He'd never actually seen one before. They were used for defending people. Defending people against, well, other people. The boy had never dreamed of seeing one in real life. But these were not exactly the circumstances that he'd wished to find one. Perhaps in a museum. Right now, they were trying to kill him. What were they trying to protect? Luckily though, they were easily fooled. The boy smirked himself. Even the almighty laser-sighted cannons couldn't stop him from finding his family. The boy held his breath. What was happening? What was this? This sorcery. No, this wasn't magic. This was real. This was happening. Right before him. Gravity no longer mattered. Just like that. He pressed a button. Gravity just ceased to be. What was going on? How far had humanity come that we could just toss gravity out the window? It was truly a terrifying thought. Had man really come this far? Did anything really matter anymore? This wasn't natural. This wasn't right. People shouldn't have the authority to control gravity. It's just too much. It's too much power. As incredible as it was, this was just too much power. Did nature no longer matter to people? Have we just moved beyond that set of rules? Yes. That was it. The boy suddenly felt a wave of hope within him. If humanity could conquer gravity, if we could disregard the laws of the universe, then surely he could find his sister. He was so close. He could feel it.